ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Please, when I ask, unmute your mic and respond. These are the important sutras we saw in the context of Karakam. I explained Karakam in the previous classes elaborately. Karak different. The Karakas looked upon as Ukta and Anukta, 12 divisions. As Ukta, it has got 6 divisions, 6 types. So therefore, Karta, Karma, Karana, Sampradana, Adhikarana, Padana iti. And we saw the relation between Karaka and Vibhakti. Karaka Vibhakti Sambandha. Samandha. Karaka is defined in the section 1423 Karaka, and the Vibhaktis assigned to Karakas are 231. So, and there is another Vibhakti. There is another way by Vibhakti is assigned to the word, that is by Upapada Vibhakti. Upapada Vibhakti, otherwise called non-Karaka Artaka, non-Karaka Vibhakti. This Vibhakti can be classified into Karaka Vibhakti, Upapada Vibhakti. So, which doesn't convey the sense of any Karaka. That Vibhakti is governed by Upapadam, Samipe Vartamanam Padam. That is called Upapada Vibhakti. So, Karakas are, all the Karakas are, the Karaka is a Sanya, assigning the Sanya to a word. Assigning the Karaka Sanya, the 6 types of Karaka to a word is dealt in the section 1423, that is first chapter, 4th Pada. You need to know, if it is asked, we have to say Karaka is an Karake Adhikara. Adhikara Sutra in this section, 4th section of the first chapter, it is dealt with. And Anabhigite, this section assigns Vibhakti to the Karaka. Not only to the Karaka, Upapada Vibhakti also, Anabhigite. Then starting from here, what are the Karakas that are defined? Swatantraha Karta, 1454. That in first chapter, 54th section, 54th sutra, the same under the Adhikara, Karake only. Therefore, Karta is a Karaka, Kartakaraka. So, Karta is Swatantraha. So, the one who is Swatantra in doing in Kriya, or the prime factor involved in doing an action is called karta, kartrikarakam. The one who causes to do an action, that's called causative agent. That is also will be in. That's also called karta only. It's called hetumat. Hetu is a word, or prayojaka karta. You can call it as a prayojaka karta, causative agent, or hetuhu is the sanya. So hetu karta or prayojaka karta. So that which is karta, which is abhigitam, which is in kartari prayoga, will be pratama vibhakti, we know. Then we saw this sutra in the last class, defining what karma is. Adishing stasam, that is shing, sta, and as dhatu. With adi upasarga will govern, not will govern, will assign karma sanya, and therefore it would be karma karaka dvitiya vibhakti. Similarly, abhinivishascha, the adara, the place, would be deemed to be karma, therefore it will go on dvitiya vibhakti. Similarly, abhinivishascha, and then upa, this also we saw. Upan vadhyang vasaha vasdatu, with all this upasarga, it also will govern the adara in adara. It also would assign, not govern. It also would assign the adara, that is the place, the locus where this action happens as karma. Being karma karaka, it will get dvitiya vibhakti. These three, which are supposed to be adhikarana, because of the upasargas for certain dhatus, the adara will get the name karma, and therefore karma karaka dvitiya vibhakti. So these three, there are many other sutras out there, but these three are enough for our study now. We already seen these three sutras. Then what is karma is clearly defined. Kartago yipsitamam karma, that which is most desired by karta. That is called karma. Karma is a sanya, karma karakam, and karma karakatvat, dvitiya vibhakti. Vibhakti, for vibhakti you have to see this section, 231. That sutra is anabhigite karmani dvitiya. One sutram is the next sutra, 232. If you see the next sutra, immediately after that, karmani dvitiya, that is dvitiya vibhakti. Anabhigite karmani, that is anabhigita karma would be dvitiya vibhakti. Anabhigita karma would be dvitiya vibhakti. The karma which is not abhigita, which is not indicated, which is not denoted, would get dvitiya vibhakti. So vibhakti assignment done in this adhikara. Then tata yuktam cha anipsitam, that which is not desired. We saw some example. Saha visham bhunkte and all. That also will take karma sanya. Therefore, being karma karaka, it will get dvitiya vibhakti. Then akatitam cha, in that we saw dvikarma kadatus. I'll give some examples later. I'll send you. You ask for some examples. I'll send you later. So akatitam, dvikarma kadatus. There also we saw that it will assign the word which cannot take any other karaka, which will be assigned karma karaka, and therefore dvitiya vibhakti iti visa. And after that comes the tritiya vibhakti, karana karaka, which will be assigned tritiya vibhakti, that we will see. That is a sutram for that is. These are the important sutras under Karaka section, which we have seen. If you have doubts, please ask any doubts if you have with regard to this Karaka. Any doubts?
No, ji.
Okay, so we'll continue with the Karana Karaka. So we need to complete, we don't have time. So for Karana Karaka, this is the sutram. That is Sadhagatam Karanam. I will explain what it is. Kriyayaha siddhau, in accomplishing the kriya, in accomplishing the result of the kriya, in the accomplishment of an action. Yet sadakatamam, which is sadakatamam, sadakatamam, which is most useful, in accomplishing that. Tat karakam karna sanyakam sanyakam bhavati. That is, in the accomplishment of an action, that karaka which is most useful. That way sadhaka tamam, tama pratyaya is added, which is most useful. Sadhaka tamam, that which is most useful. Kriyayaha siddho yat sadhaka tamam. In the accomplishment of action, that karaka which is most useful. Gets a name. Karanamiti. Example. Okay. Because it is Karana Karaka, you can note that it will take Tritiya Vibhakti. Because it is Karana, therefore it will take Tritiya Vibhakti. Already we have seen Karta Pratama, Karma Dvitiya, Ukta Karna. Ukta Karna will be Pratama Vibhakti. Anukta Karna will be Tritiya Vibhakti. So if Karta is Uktam, Pratama Vibhakti. If Karma is Anuktam, then Dvitiya Vibhakti. If Karana is Anuktam, then it is Tritiya Vibhakti. That is what we are saying. If Karanam is Uktam, the Karanam would be, because Abhigitam, that would be Pratama Vibhakti. We saw those examples before. So, Karana Karaka will take Tritiya Vibhakti. See the example. Tatrena Lunati Parashuna Chinati. By Datra, he cuts the weapon. Lunati. So Datra is the means. Datra is the instrument by which Lunati. By Parashuna, by Parashu. By Parashu, Chinati, he cuts. So these are the means of doing the Kriya, accomplishing the Kriya. Who does? Saha, Ramaha, Gopi. That is Abhigita. That is not mentioned, even though it is not there, we know that Karta is there. Karta is there, and that is will take Pratama Vibhakti. And Karana, Datra is Karana. That is not Ukta. Anukta Karana. Anukta Karanatvat Tritiya Vibhaktau Bhavati. Anukta Karanatvat. Datram Lunati, when you say Datra, there it is. Datra, if you see it as a Karana, there it is Ukta Karana, therefore Pratama Vibhakti. It is Datram. Or Parashuhu Chinati, when you say. There Parashuhu can be looked upon as a Karta, or can be, you can see Parashu is the instrument. If you see it as a Karana, and if you assign Pratama Vibhakti to that, then it is Ukta Karana, Parashuhu Chinati, we can say. So here it is Anukta, therefore Tritiya Vibhakti. By default, always we say we are talking about Anukta, except Karta, everything is Anukta. Therefore, only Karta Pratama Vibhakti, Karma Dvitiya, Karana Tritiya. So here Karana is in Tritiya. Then another important sutra in this Tritiya Vibhakti is only two sutras I'm going to say. So first sutra is Sadhagatamam Karanam, that Sadhagatamam, that which is most helpful in accomplishing and Kriya action, will get the Sanya, Karana, and therefore Tritiya Vibhakti. And the next one is another important sutra. These are the two important sutras in Karana. This is not in the PDF file. That's why I'm typing this. Kartar Karane, Kartar Karanayoho, Kartar Karanayoho, Tritiya. This is not a Karaka Sutram, Sanya Sutram. It is assigning Vibhakti to the Karana Karaka, which will take Tritiya Vibhakti. That is 2, 3. 18. The number itself tells you it is in the Anabhigite section. Therefore, in that section, 2-3 section, vibhaktis are assigned to the Karaka. Karaka Sanya given in the first chapter, 4th section is assigned vibhakti in this section. So for that, vritti is Anabhigite, that is the Anabhigita is Adhikara. Therefore, Anabhigita Yoho, to say Anabhigita Yoho, Kartakarana Yoho. Anabhigita Yoho, Kartakarana Yoho. Karta and Karana, because in Sutra, Kartakarana Yoho is there. Therefore, Karta and Karana, Kartakaraka and Karanakaraka, which are not denoted, would be what vibhakti? Tritiya vibhakti. When Karta will be Anabhigita? When Karta will be Anabhigita? In what prayoga? Answer. When Karta will be Anabhigita, not denoted. Huh? Voice is so feeble, huh? I'm not able to hear at all. Karta will be Anabhigita in Karmani. Right?
Ji?
Karta will be Anabhigita in Karmani Prayoga.
Ji.
Yes.
Our headphones are not working. Sametam ji.
Very good. No problem. So I'll keep talking. Whether you understand or not, how do I know? Okay. So Anabhigita Karta and Anabhigita Karana will be in Tritiya Vibhakti. Anabhigita Karana Tritiya Vibhakti. This is example. Datrena Lunati. Karta is, Karana is Anabhigita, Anukta, Tritiya Vibhakti. Example already given, the previous Sutram. Here we are going to give example for Karta, Anabhigita Karta. Anabhigita Ramena Banena Vali. Ataha Vali was killed by Rama. So Rama is Karta. So, Anabhigita. What is denoted by the verbal equivalent? Here verbal equivalent is Hataha. That is the verb acting like a verb. Even though it's a noun, it's like a verb. Vali was killed. So Vali is Abhigitam. The Vali is the karma. This is Karmani Prayoga. Vali, Hataha is Karmani. Vali was killed, not Vali killed. So who was killed? Vali, karma. Killed by whom? Rama. And Rama is the Karta. Tritya Vibhakti. Therefore it is Karmani Prayoga. Karmani Prayoge. Anabhigita Karta. Tritya Vibhakta Bhavati. That we know. So Ramena Karta is in Tritya Vibhakti. How did he kill? Banena. Which is Abhigitam or Anabhigitam? Which is also Anabhigita, like the previous example. Datrena Lunati. There's no difference. Same thing only. Here, at least Saha, we can say it's Kartari Prayoga. Even in Kartari Prayoga, Datrena is, Datra is Anabhigita. In Karmani also, here it is Anabhigita only. Banena. Therefore, Bana, the Karana, Sadhakatamam, therefore it is the Sanya, Karana. It is important in accomplishing the action of killing of Vali. What? Bana, the arrow. Therefore, it has a Sanya, Karana. And it is Anabhigita, therefore Tritiya Vibhakti. So Tritiya Vibhakti assigned to Karana as well as the Karta, which are Anabhigita by this sutra. Kartra Karana Yogo, Tritiya Iti. This is a good example where both Karta and Karana are there. Devadattena, another example I'm giving, where only Karta is a Deva Dattena Kritam. Is also Karmani only. Devadattena Kritam, done by Devadatta. What is done is not told. Karma is not mentioned. Therefore, it is Bhave Prayoga. Please note, this is first example is Karmani Prayoga, where karma is mentioned, Pratama Vibhakti, Vali. You can write, it is Pratama Vibhakti, Vali. Karma is denoted, therefore it is Karmani Prayoga. In Karmani Prayoga, karma is Abhigita. Abhigita karma, Pratama Vibhakto Bhavati, we know that. And Anabhigita Karta, Tritiya. and anabhigita karana, that also in tritiya. Now in this is bhave prayoga. Kru dhatu can take karma, but here karma not mentioned, only karta is mentioned. Anabhigita karta and kritam, it is pratama vibhakti ekavachan, playing the role of the verb, like in ataha also. So this is bhave prayoga. Bhave prayogaha. Devadatta in tritiya vibhakti. Why anabhigite karta tritiya iti. Then this is an example where only karta is there. Another example where only karana is there. Asina, chinnati. Already what they given, the same example. Datrena, lunati, parashuna chinnati. Similarly, asina chinnati. Kaha, kopi, someone, Ramaha. Here kriyapadam is chinnati, pratama purusha ekavachanam. Therefore, some karta is there, that is not mentioned. That's okay. Even it is not there, it is understood. Saha, katam, asina. So asina is a tool by which he cuts. So asina is anabhigita karana, and here also it is bhave prayaga because karma is not mentioned. What did he cut? It not told. Even though chinati chidar dhatu is sakarmaka, since karma not mentioned, therefore bhave prayaga. Understand?
Yes, Ji.
So therefore 2 sutras we can add. With other sutras we will see in the file what I sent you in the last class, that PDF file, so that you can refer. For this sutra I will add sadhakatamam karanam. Sadhakatamam karanam. Karanam is that which is important in accomplishing a kriya. This is 1/4/42. So you have to remember the sutras. By what sutra karana is assigned tritiya vibhakti? Then you have to say kartru karanayoho. Kartru karanayos tritiya. Assignment of vibhakti will be in second chapter, third section. So 18th sutra. As here anabhigite karmani dvitiya vibhakti. Similarly, this also. These 2 sutras we can note. Anabhigita karma will be dvitiya vibhakti, and anabhigita karta as well as karana will be in tritiya vibhakti. This is by sutra 2.3.18. Now, next comes sampradana. Sampradana karaka. For that, we can refer this, the sheet. Their examples are, the sutras are also there. Sutras are not there, I will explain. Okay. So next karaka, sampradana karaka. I'll show the file in a minute. Their sutra also mentioned the meaning. Do you see the screen?
Yes, Ji.
Yes. So I will read this and explain what it is, right? This file already sent to you. Did you see that? Go through that.
Yes, Ji.
Okay. Can you give me 2 minutes? I'll come.
Yes, Ji, we will wait.
Just be there. Don't go. It's
Okay, Ji.
I'll have
अस्तु जी
2 minutes. I'll come. Chaturthi vibhakti. Chaturthi vibhakti is assigned to what? To that karaka which has a sanya sampradanam. Chaturthi vibhakti is assigned to that karaka which has a sanya sampradanam. What is sampradanam? Sampradanam karmana yam abhipraiti saha sampradanam. That is a sutra. Sutra is karmana yam abhipraiti. That is sampradanam. Samprasaranam is different. It's a technical term. Karmana yam abhipraiti saha sampradanam. The sutra number, I tell you, it is not given here, but Sutra number is, later I will add in the file, the word file. Here number is not. Karmana M1432. You can guess the Sampradana Sanya being a Karaka Sanya, it must be in the 1-4 section. So 1432. The Sampradana Sanya is assigned in 1432, for which the Chaturthi Vibhakti is assigned in the Sutra Sampradane Chaturthi. Sampradane Chaturthi is the Sutra. Anabhigite comes as Anuvritti. Therefore, in which Adhikara that Sutra would be? Can guess? Not guess. You know. In which Adhikara it would be? Tell me, in which Adhikara that Sutram should be? You hear?
Yes, Divya.
Which Adhikara? Chaturthi Sampradane, that is a Sutra. Chaturthi Sampradane means Sampradana Karaka is assigned to Chaturthi Vibhakti. Which section it should be there? 2, 3. Vibhakti is assigned. Vibhakti Sanyas are assigned to the Karaka in the section 2, 3. Anabhigite. I told, remember, this is an important Adhikara Sutra. Anabhigite is a section where Karaka, where the Karakas, Sanya, the Vibhaktis are assigned. So the Karakas, Vibhaktis are assigned. And Karaka Sanya is assigned to a word in the section 1-4. Remember this. So this sutra is Chaturthi Sampradane. Chaturthi is Chaturthi Vibhakti. Sampradane, Anabhigite Sampradane, when Sampradana is not Abhigita, Anabhigita, Anukta Sampradanam. What it Vibhakti would be? Chaturthi Vibhakti. What is Sampradanam? Karmana yam abhipraiti saha Sampradanam. That is a definition. That is the definition. Where it is the definition of the Karaka. Where it would be? It will be in the section 1-4. First chapter, 4th section. Sutra is 32. So Karmana yam abhipraiti saha Sampradanam, and that is assigned Chaturthi Vibhakti in 2-3-1-3. Okay, now we see further. What is Sampradhanam? We are going to see. Sampradane Chaturthi, that is a sutra. Chaturthi Sampradane, it is a sutra. And undenoted. So Abhigita means denoted. Na Abhigita, undenoted. Anabhigite, Sampradane, Karake. So Anabhigite Sampradane, Sampradana Karake. That is, and Anabhigita Sampradana will be assigned Chaturthi Vibhakti. Anabhigita Sampradana will be assigned Chaturthi Vibhakti, 4th case. So, therefore, Chaturthi Sampradane, that is the sutra, by which Sampradana Karaka is assigned. Sampradana Karake Chaturthi Vibhakti Bhavati. That is the meaning. Undenoted Sampradana will be in 4th case. Anabhigita Sampradana Karakam Chaturthi Vibhaktau Bhavati. Then, what is Sampradhanam? Karmana yam abhipraiti saha Sampradhanam. Abhipraiti. Pra and Abhi both are Upasarga. In Purvaka, in Dhatu. In means Gatau. The sense of going, the Dhatu, in is used, which is in the second Gana, in Gatau. So in Dhatu having the Upasarga, Abhi and Pra, and Abhipraiti. With the Latlakara, it will be Abhipraiti. So Abhipraiti, Karmana yam Abhipraiti. Karmana means by action. By action. Karmana yam abhipraiti saha samprasaranam. That is that karaka with which the karta of the kriya wishes to connect by means of karma. So abhipraiti means the connection. Connection. Oh, what is the connection? Connection by means of giving. That is called sampradanam. The person to whom something grammatical object is given with no expectation of thing being returned or some compensation in lieu. That's important. You have to note that. So that what is given, the person, the person to whom it is given, the karma will take Vidya Vibhakti, we know. And the karma, the object, here karma meaning the object meaning not the physical object, it's a grammatical object, grammar karma. Karma meaning the grammatical karma, that is object which takes Vidya Vibhakti, that to whom you give, the recipient of that. The recipient of that is called sampradana. That is what we saw in the beginning. The recipient of the result of action is sampradana karaka, and that will be in chaturthi vibhakti. Example, vipraya gam dadati. Kaha kopi ramaha dadati. Ramaha dadati. Kam dadati, gam dadati. So gam, go is a karma. Being karma, therefore it is in Dvitiya Vibhakti. The giver is Saha, Ramaha, Gopi. To whom does he give? Vipraya, to the Vipra, to the Brahmana, to the knowledgeable. Vipraya Gam Dadati. So Gam, the karma, to whom it is given, and after it given, you don't take it back. That is important. After giving, that is why Dadatu, Da means to give, Danam. Once given, it should not be taken back. That is called Danam. So if we are giving money for lending, then that will not take sampradana karaka, the person to whom you are given money. Because you are giving with expectation, not only money, even anything you do with expectation, if you do, then that will not take sampradana, because it's a business. So you give something without expecting anything in return. Because you give cow, therefore you don't expect anything in return. So it's a dana kriya. It's a dhanam, charity. So dadati, kam dadati, vipraya. Vipra is the one who receives the cow. So therefore vipra, which is anabhigita, that is anukta, vipra will take, is called sampradhanam, will get the sanya sampradhanam, and therefore it will be in chaturthi vibhakti. Vipra will get the sanya sampradhanam, and anabhigite sampradhane chaturthi vibhakti bhavati. Therefore vipraya gam dadati iti. So dhanasya karmana yam abhiprayati saha sampradana sanyaha. Yasya sampradana sanya bhavati tasya vibhakti chaturthi bhavati. Next example you see, putrebhyaha vibhajate dhanam pita. Pita gives dhanam. He divides the dhanam. For whom? For the putra. Who does the vibhajana kriya? Pita. Pita vibhajate. What? The object is dhanam. For whom? Putrebhyaha. The putras are the recipient of the wealth, the share of wealth of the father. Therefore, putrebhyaha. Putra doesn't expect them to give them back. He has wealth, he divides them among the sons. So putrebhyaha, the word putra, why it is in chaturthi vibhakti? Because it is sampradana. Why it is sampradana? Because they are the recipient of the karma. They are the recipient of the karma. Karma meaning the object, dhanam here. So the karta and the karma, that karaka which connects the karta of the action wishes to connect that karaka by means of karma, that is called sampradana. So here putra is sampradana, therefore chaturthi vibhakti. So karta wanting to connect a karaka by means of karma, that is sampradana, that will get the sanya sampradana. So pita dhanam vibhajate kebhyaha or kasmai putraya or putrebhyaha. So that karaka with which the karta of the action, karta of the kriya, wanting to connect with the karma through what karaka? That karaka will get the name sampradana. Because it has a sampradana sagya, therefore it will be in chaturthi vibhakti. Therefore, important sutra defining what sampradhanam is and assigning chaturthi vibhakti to sampradhanam. Karmana yam vipraiti saha sampradhanam. Anabhigite sampradhane chaturthi. Next one. Patrebhyaha. It's not patrabhayaha, it's a typo. Patrebhyaha pratipadayati. Pratipadayati means dadati. Gives what? Vidya. Pratipadayati reveals. Revealing means what? Giving. Guru reveals the knowledge. Revealing means giving. Vidya danam. That also danam only. Guru reveals not with anything in expectation. He reveals. He teaches. That's all. Guru who? Dadati. What dadati? What pratipadayati? Vidya. For whom? Patrebhyaha. To the qualified. So to the patra, they are the recipient of the karma vidya. So patra is the one which connects the dana kriya done by the guru with the karma vidya. Therefore patra gets a sanya sampradhanam and therefore chaturthi vibhakti. Understand?
Ji.
Artham tyajati patrebhyaha. Kaha kopi saha artham tyajati. Tyajati means gives. Tyajati also here it is the sense of giving only. He gives means he parts his money with what? With the deserving patrebhyaha. Here also patra is sampradana, therefore chaturthi. Okay. Then
Yes.
in some contexts, the seventh case may be used with the verbs meaning giving, taking the people as the locus of giving. This is also possible. Daridran bhara kaunteya ma yacha ishvare. Okay, anyway, this we are not going to see. Leave that. We are going to see simple meaning of definition of karaka and vibhakti. So this you understand. Next one. Kriyaya yam abhiprayati saha api sampradhanam. By action. Karmana yam abhiprayati. Here karmana is the karma, the grammatical karma, the object. The object. Here it is kriyaya. If an action is done to please a person, that also will get the sanya sampradhanam. Kriyaya yam abhiprayati sopi. That also will be sopi sampradhanam bhavati. So kriyaya. This is not a sutra, this is by a vartika. Please note. That's why number is not given. This is by a vartika. If an action is done to please a person, the person is called sampradhana. Example. Gurave bhiksham nivedayati. Nivedayati, he offers, he invites. What? Whom does he invite? He invites Guru. Gurave bhiksham nivedayati. He offers bhiksha. Bhiksha is a karma. Kaha shishyaha, you can say. Shishyaha nivedayati. Shishya offers. What does he offer? Bhiksha. And that is karma. Karta is shishya. To whom? To Guru. Why? He wants to please the Guru. He wants to make the Guru happy. Or he reciprocates his devotion or gratitude towards Guru by means of giving dakshina. So Gurave. So therefore offers to the Guru. So Gurave, Guru is the one who is the recipient of Bhiksha. So therefore Sampradana. Yachreyasya nishchitam brughi tanme. This is in Gita. Shishyastegam sharimam tvam prapannam. Karpanya dosho bhagatasvabhavaha. Prichami पृच्छामि त्वं मूढस्य चेताः यच्छ्रेयस्या निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेगं शादिमां त्वां प्रपन्नं the second chapter it is there यत् श्रेयः स्यात् तत् निश्चितं ब्रूहि मे ब्रूहि to me. So he asking Arjuna asking Bhagavan Krishna me ब्रूहि tvam ब्रूहि you please you tell for sure tat me ब्रूहि to me. So me is Arjuna. Arjunaya mama Maghyam. Me is Maghyam me. Chaturthi Bhakti. Maghyam. Maghyam tat brudi. So that is the recipient of this the teaching. So the previous it is an object. Here the object is the teaching. Bruhi. Tat me bruhi. Maghyam bruhi. Iti. There also it is Chaturthi Bhakti. Yaha hi yasmai upakaroti. Yasma upakaroti sandhi. There is no yasma. Don't think yasma something is a yasmai plus upakaroti, yasma upakaroti sandhi. Ayadi sandhi. Therefore, yakara becomes lopaha. Yasma upakaroti saha tena samyak drishtaha bhavati. Yaha yasmai upakaroti, one who helps someone. Saha is samyak drishtaha bhavati. Seen in good tena by him is seen in good light. So yasmai upakaroti. That is in Chaturthi Bhakti. Yaha yasmai upakaroti, the one who helps someone. So here the action is done to please a person, or action is done for the sake of that person. Then it is kriyayam abhiprayati. So that is sampradana, and that would be Chaturthi Vibhakti. Karmana or kriyaya. Kriyayam abhiprayati is it is Kartika. Kriyayam abhiprayati. Then the next one. So kriyaya yam abhiprayati, karmana yam abhiprayati. That is not much difference, but slight difference is that. Sampradana kriya, it is extended from the karma of the dana kriya to the very kriya itself. The action which is done for the sake of another. It means this is the recipient of this action. The recipient of the action, the kriya. The recipient of the action gets sampradana sanya. Then this Vartika tells that the agent of an action keeping as an uddesha in mind. Therefore, the uddesha also gets sampradana sanya. Not example is not given here, but I'm just saying the sampradana that will take sampradana. That is the action done to please a person. The result of the action goes to whom? That is sampradana. Number 2. Number 3 is the purpose of action also. The purpose of action also will be in Tritiya Vibhakti. That is what the next sutra is. Tadarte Chaturthi. It is the famous one. Tadarte Chaturthi Vachya. Tadartya means Tasya Arte Tadartya. The purpose for which an action is undertaken, that will be in Chaturthi Vibhakti. For example, Muktaye Harim Bhajati. Saha Bhajati. He worships. Whom does he worship? Hari. The Lord Hari. Harim Bhajati. For what? Muktaye, for moksha. So the purpose of worshiping the Hari is moksha. So karma, bhajana karma done with a purpose. Mukti. Muktaye. It is in Chaturthi Bhakti. So therefore, the purpose for which an action is undertaken, or that for making which some material is used, like gold, etc., to make an ornament. Gold is there by which we are going to make ornament. Therefore, the gold is meant for making ornaments. So that will be Chaturthi Bhakti. Like Kundalaya Hiranyam. Kundalaya Hiranyam. Hiranyam, the gold is there for what purpose? To make the Kundala. So Kundalaya Hiranyam. That for making which some material is used. For making Kundala, The Hiranya, the Swarna is used. Therefore, Kundalaya Hiranyam. So that also will be Chaturthi. This is famous Tadartya Chaturthi. So the purpose for which a Kriya is done, the purpose will be in Chaturthi Vibhakti, or that for making some material is used. The material used to make something that would be in Chaturthi Vibhakti. Example, Kundalaya Hiranyam. So you have to mark Kundalaya Chaturthi. What Chaturthi? Tadartya Chaturthi. Kundalaya Hiranyam. Kadgaya, you can say Kadgaya Loham. Loham is iron. Ayaha iti. All these are some examples. Tadartya Chaturthi. Ratrihi Swapnaya Bhutanam Cheshtayi Karmanam Agaha. Ratrihi Swapnaya Bhutanam Swapnaya Ratrihi Agaha Karmanam Cheshtayi. So Bhutanam Swapnaya Ratrihi. Ratri is meant for sleeping, for taking rest. Swapnaya Ratrihi Bhutanam Swapnaya. And day is for work. Work in the day, sleep in the night. Cheshtahi Karmanam Agaha. So Ratri, the night for taking rest. Night is meant for taking rest for the Bhutanam and for karma in the daytime. So Cheshtahi and Swapnaya, it is in Chaturthi Vibhakti. Swapna is in Chaturthi Vibhakti. So Cheshta is in Chaturthi Vibhakti. Cheshtahi. Swapnaya Pullinga, Cheshta Strilinga. So Cheshtahi Agaha. Karmanam Cheshtahi Agaha. Bhutanam Swapnaya Ratrihi. Okay, this is another example for Tadartya Chaturthi. That is the purpose for which an action is undertaken. If the action is for that purpose, then that will take Chaturthi Vibhakti. Here, the action, Swapna Kriya, is the Ratri. The Ratri is meant for rest. For whom? For the Bhuta. Bhutanam Ratrihi Swapnaya. Similarly, Agaha Karmanam Cheshtayi. Cheshtayi Karmanam Agaha. Okay. So Swapna Chaturthi and Cheshta is in Chaturthi. Understand why it is in Chaturthi. Tadartya Chaturthi. The purpose for which the action is taken, that would be Chaturthi. Here, the purpose is Swapna, that is rest. The purpose is Cheshta in the night, in the daytime. That's why it is Cheshtahi. So, Swapna Kriya, that is, it's not Kriya is not mentioned, but it is understood. The Bhutaha Sherate, they sleep. Ratri, for what? Swapnaya. They take rest. Swapnaya. So Ratri is meant for taking rest. Ratri is meant for taking rest. And daytime is meant for work. So that for which something is meant, the purpose. That is why it is Chaturthi Vibhakti. Swapnaya Cheshtaya iti. Please understand the example. These two examples for the purpose. The last example for out of the material something is made. Out of some material something is made. So Karanam is that you make a karya, a product out of it. That the product would be in Chaturthi Vibhakti. Kundalaya Hiranyam, one example. Then Mrit is there, Ghata is there. Ghataya Mrit. Ghataya Mrit. Clay is there for meant for making pots. Iron is there for making swords. So like that, you can give example. Then this is Chaturthi Vibhakti. So all these are the different different the Sampradana Sanya assigned and different ways a Chaturthi Vibhakti is assigned. One it is if it is Sampradana, then Chaturthi Vibhakti. What is Sampradana? To be noted. Karmana yama vipraiti saha Sampradana. Kriyaya yama vipraiti saha Sampradana. Sampradanam chet Chaturthi Vibhakti bhavati. Tadarthe Chaturthi, here Chaturthi Vibhakti is assigned for the purpose for which an action undertaken. This is not Sampradana, but still Chaturthi Vibhakti is assigned. Therefore, this sutra Tadarthe Chaturthi, it is not a Sampradana, and therefore Karaka Sagnya, not Karaka Sagnya, therefore Chaturthi Vibhakti is assigned. It is Chaturthi Vibhakti is assigned for the purpose of an action, a kriya. Similarly, the next one, Namaha Swasti Swaha Swadam Alam Vashat Yoga Cha. These words govern Chaturthi Vibhakti. Therefore, all these are the sutras are found in what section? It is found in the Vibhakti section, not in the Karaka. This is not Karaka Vibhakti. These are non-Karaka Vibhakti. Not Karaka Vibhakti, non-Karaka Vibhakti. What is non-Karaka? Other than Karaka. Tadarte Chaturthi, as well as the number 3, Namaha Swasti. These are all Upapada Vibhakti. These are all Upapada Vibhakti. So Tadarte Chaturthi, that is Chaturthi Vibhakti is assigned. That is the sutra. It is not a sutra. Tadarte Chaturthi Aktavya. It's a Vartikam. Vartikam is also there for the sutra in the second chapter, third section. Anabhigite, under Anabhigite, only this Vartikam also comes. Tadarte Chaturthi is a Vartikam to the sutra. To the sutra, what sutra? Sampradane Chaturthi. This sutra, which is in the second chapter, third section, where vibhaktis are assigned to the Karaka, for this sutra only this is a Vartikam. Tadartya Chaturthi Vachya iti, this Vartikam is there. Then the same section, Namaha Swasti Swaha Swada Alam Vashat Yoga Cha. This is a sutra. This is a sutra where you can see the Namaha Swasti, these words are there. These are the words. If it is there, then it will govern Chaturthi Vibhakti. Namaga means doing namaskara. Swasti is, it's a Mangala Shabda, Swasti. Swaha is the word uttered when offered Aguti into the Agni. Similarly, Swada, Vashat, etc. They're all used when oblations are offered to the gods in the Agni. So these words govern Chaturthi Vibhakti. And also the word Alam. Alam in the sense of the match for or able to. Shaktyarthe or able to, Prabhu. Or in the sense of sufficient, Paryapta. These words will govern Chaturthi Vibhakti. Therefore, these are Upapada Vibhakti. Example, Isha Namaha, Namaskara to Isha, the Lord. So Namaha, the word, governs Chaturthi, governs the word Isha in Chaturthi Vibhakti. Isha Namaha, Swasti Prajabhyah Paripalayantam. It's a mantra. Nyayena Margena Magim Magishaha. So Swasti Prajabhyah Swastihi. So Prajabhyah is in Chaturthi Vibhakti because Swasti is there that governs Praja in Chaturthi. Upapada Vibhakti. Indraya Swaha, when oblations are offered into the Agni, which is meant for Indra, to whom it is offered. Even though it is to Indra is Swaha, but because of the Swaha, the word Indra is in Chaturthi Vibhakti. Pitrubhyah Swada. Swaha is meant for, the word is meant for when you offer something to gods. Swada is a word which is used for the oblations offered to the Pitru. Pitrus. Pitrubhyaha swata. We don't say Pitrubhyaha swaha. Pitrubhyaha swata. Then Indraya Vashat. Vashat is also another word like swaha swata. So all these words will govern Chaturthi Vibhakti. Alam Shaktaha Mallaha Mallaya. Alam Mallaha Mallaya. Mallaha Mallaya means this Mallaya Mallaha Alam. This fighting is enough. Mallaha Mallaya enough. In that meaning, Mallaha Mallaya Alam is a match. Mallaha Mallaya is a match for Allah. So that Mallaya, the word Malla is governed Chaturthi Bhakti. Mallaha Mallaya Alam is a match for the Malla, that fighting. So Daitya Byaha Arihi Alam. For the Daitya, for the Asura, Arihi. Ari is a match. Ari is a right match. So in that sense, the word Alam, when it is used, then the word Daitya is in Chaturthi Vibhakti, governs the word Daitya in Chaturthi Vibhakti. Alam can mean different meanings also, but here it is, if it is in the sense of match for or able to do, or paryapta, or enough, paryapta, sufficient for. So Daitya Byaha Arihi Alam means Hari is enough for the Daitya, for the Asuras. So therefore, in that sense, when it is used, Daitya will mean Chaturthi Vibhakti, Upapada Vibhakti. Here, why it is in Chaturthi Vibhakti? Not because it is any Karaka. There is no Karaka sense. Karaka sense, Chaturthi, Karaka sense, Karmana Yam Abhiprayati Sampradhanam. The Daitya doesn't get the Sanya, Karaka Sanya Sampradhanam. Therefore, Chaturthi Vibhakti assigned not because it is a Karaka, but because of the word Alam. Similarly, in all the other examples, the word Namaha, Swasti, Swaha, Swada are there, because of which the words are in Chaturthi Vibhakti. These Vibhaktis are called Upapada Vibhakti. Then the next one, this is a sutra. Namaha Swasti is a sutra. Sutra number is not written here, but it is 2316. You can note 2316. Then Gatyartha Karmani Dvitiya Chaturthyau Cheshtayam Anadvani. The object, karma is object, karmani, a karma of a verb implying a movement and involving a movement of the physical limbs. And when the destination is not the road, anadvani, not a road. Advan means road, path. When the destination is not the road, then the second and fourth case may be used. Note that the second case can be used when the movement is conceived and not physical. Example, Pakshinaha Vasaya Yanti. Birds move for Vasaya, for living. So the movement involving movement of physical limbs. So the verb Yanti itself implies a movement. It's a Gatyartaka dhatu, ya dhatu, to go. So the object of a verb, here it is Vasa. The object of a verb, the implying a movement and implying a movement of the physical limbs when the destination is not the road. When the destination is not the road, the second and fourth case may also be used. So Pakshinaha Vasaya Yanti. Harim Manasa or Padabhyam Gacchati. Harim Manasa Gacchati. You can say Harim. Harim is Dvitiya Vibhakti. Harim is in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Gacchati. Kopi. Ramaha Gacchati. Ramaha Harim Manasa Gacchati. That Hari, the word is in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Or Haraye. Haraye. Padabhyam Gacchati. So when the destination is not the road, when the destination is not the road, then second case and fourth case can be used. And the second case can be used when the movement is conceived, it's not physical. So Arim Manasa, therefore only Manasa is there. When Manasa is there, then you can use second case. Arim Manasa. Haraye Padabhyam Gachati. Haraye Padabhyam. The road is not the destination. That is Anadvani. The mark, that is the road must not be the point of reach, must not be the destination. So in that case, Padabhyam. Padabhyam Gachati. Gachati, the Gamanakriya has got the object, and the meaning is that it involves movement. The movement is there. The movement involves the movement of the physical limbs, pada, and when the destination is not the road, then the object, hari is the object. The place of reach is hari. So when the movement is through the limbs and when the destination is not the road, the hari, the object, the karma, can begin Chaturthi Vibhakti. Therefore, Haraye Padabhyam Gachati. Here, Chaturthi Vibhakti is used, Haraye. Similarly, Dvitiya Vibhakti also can be used. Dvitiya Vibhakti also can be used when the destination, when it is not physical action. Therefore, Arim Manasa Gachati. Manasa Arim Gachati. Haraye Padabhyam Gachati. So you can see the difference between, this is a good example. This is a good example. Okay, then Gachati is Gamanakriya, the movement, Gatyartaka. Therefore, you can bring all the Gatyartaka dhatu. Yanti is another dhatu, Ya dhatu. Ya means to move, to go. So therefore, Yanti, Ya to go. So Yanti, Vasaya Yanti. Why Vasaya Yanti? Pakshinaha Yanti. Pakshinaha the karta. Pakshi, Pakshino, Pakshinaha. Pakshinaha Yanti. Pakshinaha Vasam Yanti goes to the Vasa, their houses, or Vasaya Yanti. It can be Chaturthi Vibhakti because Yanti here involves physical movement. Therefore, Vasa, it is in Chaturthi Vibhakti. Vasa means the place of living, dwelling place. So Pakshinaha Vasaya Yanti. They go to the nest. That's the meaning. Pakshinaha Vasaya Yanti. So the place is not the road. That is a condition. Anadvani, the sutra, Anadvani is a Gatyartaka Karmani. Gatyartaka Karmani, Gatyartaka Dhatus. Karmani, the karma of the Gatyartaka Dhatus can be in Dvitiya or can be in Chaturthi. Cheshtayam Anadvani. When the movement is not the road, not on the road. When the Cheshtayam Anadvani. So when it is Advan means road, Anad path, Anadvani. In that case, you can use it. If it is Advani, then Advan, then we cannot use this. So therefore here, Pakshinaha Vasaya Yanti. Vasam Yanti Vidya Vibhakti, but Vasam cannot be used. Why? Because Yanti involves physical movement of the limbs. So therefore, Vasaya Yanti iti Chaturthi Vibhakti. Second case can be used when the movement is conceived, not physical. Therefore, Harim Manasa Gachati. It's a counter. There's an example. Example for the second case. Harim Manasa Gachati. Haraye Padabhyam Gachati. That's a good example which clearly distinguishes when second case and when fourth case should be used. Fourth case when there is physical movement. Second case when there is no physical movement, only a conception. First example, Pakshinaha Vasaya Yanti, there it is physical movement. And the place of reach is not the road. So therefore, it can be Chaturthi Vibhakti. So the Anadvani is a condition. Then the next one also, it is important one, where these some of the dhatus are that Kruk dhatu, then this Druk dhatu, Ishya, etc. asuyartanam yam prati kopaha saha sampradanam. That is, these dhatus. Krud is krodha, krudyati, drug is droha. So these dhatus and other dhatus also with the same meaning govern the Chaturthi Vibhakti, against whom the feelings of krud means malice, that is krodha. Drug is hatred. So each is irsha, asuya, hatred, asuya, this jealousy, all these are emotions. Are these are the other dhatus having this meaning, similar meaning. Towards whom these emotions are directed, that will begin Chaturthi Vibhakti. Haraye krudyati. Haraye krudyati. Kaha kamsaha. Kamsaha haraye krudyati. So krud dhatu, not harim krudyati. Note that. That kamsa or Ravana haraye, harim krudyati will not come. Haraye krudyati. He is angry with or hatred, entertains hatred. Irshyati or asuyati va. So that towards whom you have got this emotions, dhatus having this meaning, then that would be Chaturthi, not karma. So harim krudyati is wrong. Kamsaha harim krudyati is wrong. Haraye krudyati. So Chaturthi Vibhakti will be used. Uttaram Bhakti iti etoho mata rushyati kanyakanyayai. Mata is rushyati, is angry. Kanyakayai. Kanyakayai is angry with this. Kanyakayai is angry with this daughter. So this much is only that. Uttaram Bhakti iti etoho. Mata rushyati. Rushyati is angry. So therefore, towards whom she is angry, that will be in Chaturthi Vibhakti. Kanyakayai Mata Rushyati. Similarly, Kushalebhyaha Chatrebhyaha Irshyanti Kechit Akushalaha. Jealous. Irshya, so you are all jealous. So Irshyanti, Ke Ishyanti, Kechit. Some people, Akushalaha, Chatraha, some students who are not skilled. Kushalebhyaha Chatrebhyaha. They have got Irshya, they have got jealous towards the clever or intelligent or dexterous students. So Irshyanti Kebhyaha Chatrebhyaha. So therefore Akushalaha Kushalebhyaha Irshyanti. So Akushalaha Kushalan Irshyanti you should not say, because Irsh Dhatu meaning jealousy, and because of this it will take Sampradana Sanya. You can note it will take Sampradana Sanya. Therefore it will be in Chaturthi Vibhakti. So Krud, these are some of the dhatus by which it gets a Sanya. Therefore it gets Sampradana Sanya. This is gets Sampradana Sanya. Therefore this sutra is in first chapter, fourth section. Krud, Druha, Irshya, Asuya, Arthanam. In this meaning, Yam Prati Kopaha Bhavati, Saha Sampradhanam Bhavati. Saha Sampradhanam Bhavati. Therefore, that will be in Chaturthi Vibhakti. So this is a sutra which is in 1.4 section, 1.437. Number is not here, please note. The sutra is 1.437. This is a Karaka Sutra. Gets a Sanya Sampradhanam. Within bracket is given Saha Sampradhanam. That comes as Anuvritti. Because it has a Sampradhana Sanya, therefore, Anabhigite Sampradhane Chaturthi. Will get Chaturthi Vibhakti. Then the next one, I think we can with that. This goes on. So many Chaturthi are there. Please learn as much as possible. Then Klipi Sampadyamane Cha Chaturthi Vaktavya. In the case of root, Klip Dhatu, Klip to be adequate to bring about, to tend to, and roots having similar meanings like Bu, Jan, Sam plus Pad. The result brought about, or the end to which anything leads is put in the fourth case. Bhaktihi Jnanaya Kalpate. Even in Gita, one shloka is the second chapter, I think 15th shloka. Matra Sparsha Stukunteya. Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. It is that. I don't remember. Kalpate, 15th shloka, second chapter. Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. That is Upanishadic Vakya. Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. Anyway, so Kalpate. So Kalpate, to bring about, to tend to, in this meaning, or dhatus having this meaning. Like Padadhatu with some upasarga. Sampadyate, Jayate. So that the result brought about, or the end to which anything leads, that is put in the Chaturthi Bhakti. Bhakti hi jnanaya kalpate. Means bhakti leads to jnanam. So kalpate, jnanaya kalpate. Bhakti hi jnanam kalpate should not say. That is wrong. Bhakti hi jnanaya kalpate. Bhakti leads to jnana. Therefore, bhakti hi jnanaya kalpate. Gita, I'll show you the second chapter. Remember that shloka is that where kalpate is used. Yamhi na vyatayantyete purusham purushashaba. I think that is shloka. Yes. Samasukha sukam dhiram. So mrtatvaya kalpate. Yes. Saha amrtatvaya kalpate. Saha amrtatvaya kalpate. The kalpate, the klip dhatu, it is used in this shloka kalpate. You see the shloka. Saha amrtatvaya kalpate. That alone you take. Other portion not required. Saha amrtatvaya. Saha kalpate. What for what? For what? That will take him to where? Amrtatvaya, mokshaya. Saha amrtatvaya kalpate. So the one who has the ability to see the sukha and dukkha, now he treats them with equanimity or with evenness of the mind, who is not shaken, saha, he becomes fit for moksha. That is the translation we give. Saha amrtatvaya kalpate. Similarly here, bhakti hi jnanaya kalpate. Bhakti brings about jnanam, sampadyate, chayate. So here it is given. Samadukka sukam dhiram somrtatvaya kalpate. I didn't say this. This is 15th chapter. Viveki, who is more or less given in the face of opposites, is fit for mokshaya, amrtatvaya kalpate. It becomes fit for moksha. That is, it will lead him to moksha. Saha amrtatvaya kalpate. So this is Chaturthi Vibhakti Bhavati. You have time? Or stop here?
Yes,
Can complete Chaturthi so that we can see Panchami tomorrow. Can we continue?
yes, we can.
You have any doubts up to this?
No, Ji.
Yeah, but you have to think. Doubts will come. When a little complicated sentence is given, then you will have doubts. Anyway,
Yes, Ji.
just you know this much. Later, we will see. A lot of examples are there from the Gita, from other texts also. You can take and do what is the Karaka Vibhakti, what are the Upapada Vibhaktis, in what sense it is used. You can see that. Kriyartopapadasya cha karmani staninaha kriyartayam kriya upapadam yasya tasya staninaha. Okay. Aprayujyamanasya tumanaha karmani chaturthi syat. The tuman pratyaya, it's called infinitive. It is used, tuman pratyaya. The tuman pratyaya, that is the meaning of to do. Palebhyaha yati, palani arhatum yati. When the sense of an infinite of purpose is suppressed in a sentence, the object of the infinitive is put in the fourth case. So what is infinitive? You understand. Infinitive in English, it means to go, to do, to walk. In Sanskritam, it is that infinitive is achieved by adding tuman pratyaya. Kaditum, patitum, gantum, etc. So, palebhyaha yati. He goes for the fruits. Palebhyaha ahartum, to pluck the fruits. So, palani ahartum, not palebhya. Palebhyaha yati, he goes for the sake of fruits. What will do? Palani ahartum. So ahartum is a, therefore pala will be in Dvitiya Vibhakti. So palani ahartum yati. So when tuman pratyaya is not used, but it implies a karma, then that will be in Chaturthi Vibhakti. Namaskurmaha Narasimhaya. Narasimham Anukulagitum. You do namaskara for what? For the Anukula, for the Anukula of Narasimha. Narasimham Anukulagitum Ityartaha. So, Narasimhaya Namaskurmaha Vayam. Narasimham Anukulagitum. Anukulagitum Tumun. That Tuman Artha, if it is there, then that would be in second case, Narasimham. If Tuman Artha is suppressed, it is not explicitly told, but it is there, then that object of Tuman Pratyaya, it would be in Chaturthi Vibhakti. When Tuman Pratyaya is not used, Aprayujyamanasya, when the Tuman Pratyaya is not explicitly used, but it is implied, and the Tuman Pratyaya will have an object, that object would be in Chaturthi Vibhakti. Here, Narasimhaya, it is Chaturthi Vibhakti. Narasimhaya Namaskurmaha. For what? For what purpose you do Namaskara to Narasimha? For the Anukula, for the grace, for the Anugraha of Narasimha. So, Narasimham Anukulagitum. Narasimham Anukulagitum. Narasimham Anukulagitum. Here Narasimham take Dvitiya Vibhakti not because of Karaka Vibhakti. It is Tuman Pratyaya governs Dvitiya Vibhakti. Now, it is not Karaka. And Namaskurmaha Narasimhaya is Chaturthi Vibhakti. It has got the meaning of, it has got the suppressed meaning of Tuman Pratyaya. Therefore, here Narasimha is Chaturthi Vibhakti. And also, here you can see the Namaskara which is offered to Narasimha. Namaha, the word, governs Chaturthi Vibhakti. We saw before. Here Namaskurmaha is there. Here Namaskurmaha is there. So, if the word Namaha governs the word Narasimha in Chaturthi Vibhakti, or Namaskurmaha iti, then the action done for the sake of whom? Because of that, does it govern Chaturthi Vibhakti? It means Narasimhaya is Chaturthi because of the word Namaha, or because the action is done for the sake of, or meant for whom? That is Karaka Vibhakti. So what Vibhakti, because of what Vibhakti Narasimha is in Chaturthi, because of what Vibhakti, Karaka Vibhakti or Upapada Vibhakti, because of which it is in Chaturthi. When both can be implied, then Karaka Vibhakti is stronger. Karaka Vibhakti Baliyaha. That is what is given in the bracket. It is given Karaka Vibhakti Baliyaha. Karaka Vibhakti is stronger. So when there is a competition between the Upapada Vibhakti and Karaka Vibhakti, then go by the Karaka Vibhakti, not by the Upapada Vibhakti. If a word which is governed by the Upapada, and also the word can be in Chaturthi Vibhakti because of Karaka, then we have to take it as a Karaka Vibhakti, not as a Upapada Vibhakti. Here Namaskurmaha is there. So Namaskaram Kurmaha, the word Namaha, when it is there, we said previously, it governs Chaturthi Vibhakti. It governs Chaturthi Vibhakti. And that Chaturthi Vibhakti, we say, is it because of Karaka Vibhakti or Upapada Vibhakti? Because it can be interpreted in both. When it can be interpreted in both, then Karaka is stronger. Therefore, Karaka Vibhakti Baliyaha Narasimha is Chaturthi Vibhakti because it is Sampradhanam, therefore Chaturthi Vibhakti. Okay. This example already we have seen in some other context. Karaka Vibhaktehe, Upapada Vibhaktehe, Karaka Vibhaktihi, Karaka Vibhaktihi, Baliyaha iti. Karaka, Upapada Vibhaktehe, Karaka Vibhaktihi, Baliyaha. Then the next one, Tumanartha cha bhava vachanat. That is, the dative of an abstract noun is used to express a sense of infinite of purpose from the root. Like yagaya yati. He goes for yagaya. Yashtum yati. So yashtum yati, he goes to offer a sacrifice. The purpose is there. So yashtum yati, tuman artha is there. When there is a tuman artha, bhava vachanat, that yaga is a bhava vachana. It's an abstract noun. That will be in chaturthi vibhakti, yagaya. The dative of an abstract noun used to express the sense of infinitive of purpose will be chaturthi. Pakaya vrajati. Pakaya vrajati. Pakaya. That is pakaya. Paka is to cook. So paktum. Pakaya atava paktum. Paktum vrajati. So pakaya vrajati. So tuman artha cha bhava vachanat. When tuman artha is the infinitive tumanartha. So when an abstract noun is used to express tumanartha, then the dative, that is the chaturthi vibhakti of that abstract noun, when it can express the tumanartha, then that will be chaturthi vibhakti, yagaya yati. Yagaya yati, the pakaya prajati iti. The next one, ruchyarthanam priyamanaha. The ruch dhatu will govern chaturthi vibhakti. Ruch dhatu meaning to like. The person or the thing that is pleased or satisfied is called sampradana. Maghyam rochate, we say. We don't say aham rochami. We say maghyam rochate. And the object will be in prathama vibhakti. Maghyam palam rochate. Maghyam palam rochate. Aham palam rochami, we don't say. That is wrong. So, Maghyam palam rochate. Palam, I like the fruit. The translation is I like the fruit. So, ruchyarthanam priyamanaha. Ruchyarthanam dhatunam prayoge. Priyamana hartaha sampradanam syat. That is, when the root like ruch, etc., or other dhatus, the same meaning are used, the person or the thing which is satisfied, which is pleased, that will be sampradana, and therefore it will be chaturthi vibhakti. Yata maghyam palam rochate. Palam is a karma. Is it karmani prayoga? No. So this is another place you can note, even though it is not a karmani prayoga, but karma takes prathama vibhakti. And the karta, who is satisfied, who is pleased, it's called sampradana, therefore chaturthi vibhakti. It is anabhigita karta, anukta karta, because of ruch dhatu, that takes chaturthi vibhakti. It's because it is sampradana. It gets a sanya sampradhanam, therefore chaturthi vibhakti. Api swarnamayi lanka name maghyam lakshmanaha rochate. Even the golden lanka doesn't please me. So maghyam na rochate. Me is Magyam, Chaturthi Vibhakti. Agam, it means the subject is me, but it isn't Chaturthi Vibhakti. Let the Lanka be Swarnamayi, but it doesn't. E Lakshmana, Lakshmana is Sambodhana. E Lakshmana, Lakshmana is Sambodhana. E Lakshmana, Magyam na rochate. It doesn't appeal to me. Yajnadattaya Swadatte Apupaha. Yajnadatta Swadatte Apupaha. Here, the sense of ruch artha, ruchartaka dhatu, swadatte, that dhatu is there. Apupaha swadatte. Yajnadattaya. Yajnadatta likes apupa. Apupa is a karma, the object of liking, which is in prathama vibhakti. Who likes that? Yajnadatta. The liker is called sampradana. Therefore, yes.
What is mean by apupaha?
Apupaha is it is
Vada, right? In Tamil.
which is yes, apupa.
Okay.
You don't have any doubt with regard to karaka. What is apupa? You have got doubt, huh?
Sorry, Ji.
So something like that, apupa. Vada, I think, yes. Name of an eatable. Then one more thing is that Sprig dhatu. Sprig is to love. That meaning is a sprige reepsitaha. Sprigayate prayoge ishtaha sampradhanam syat. Pushpebhyah sprigayati. So saha, he likes the flowers. So that sprig dhatu, if it is used, then don't make it vidya vibhakti. Pushpebhyah. Pushpebhyah. Prakashya vivakshayam tu paratvat karma signya. So pushpani sprigayati also possible. Prakashya vivakshayam tu. So when paratvat, when it is prakasha, when it is intended, prakasha vivakshayam tu, when the vivaksha is prakasha, when the vivaksha is very meant to tell that flowers are like, then it can take karma sanya also. So pushpebhyah spragayati, pushpani spragayati, both are correct, but there is a difference in the vibhakti, therefore difference in the emphasis, difference in the emphasis. Pushpebhyah spragayati, pushpani spragayati. Pushpani spragayati is more stronger. It is more stronger because prakarshya vivaksha, when the vivaksha is prakasha, when it is, the emphasis is more, or when the pushpani is what you want to make it as a karma because he likes pushpa, prakasha vivakshayam to paratvat, it can take karma sanya also. So sprigdhatu generally it will be chaturthi, it will govern chaturthi vibhakti. There are some dhatus in the that will govern chaturthi, like you have to note down the law, the list of dhatu: ruch dhatu, krud dhatu, druk dhatu, ish dhatu, or asuya dhatu, or dhatus having the meaning, this meaning, they all govern chaturthi vibhakti. So this dhatu, sprig dhatu also govern chaturthi vibhakti. Prakarsha vivakshayam, when the vivaksha is prakarsha, then it can govern dvitiya also. So pushpani prahayati also possible. Hita yogecha, when it is hita, when the word hitam is there, then it will govern chaturthi. Brahmanaya hitam, good for a brahmana. Amaya vine hitam, it is good for the unhealthy people. So in that sense, hita yoge means, hita is the word, yoge means when it is there. Hita yoge chaturthi vibhaktihi bhavati. That's all. This chaturthi vibhakti is done. So by sampradana, it gets chaturthi vibhakti, that is karaka vibhakti. By the words which are upapadam like namaha, swasti, swada, by that it can take chaturthi vibhakti. Or the dhatus like ruch dhatu, krud dhatu, druk dhatu, they also govern chaturthi vibhakti. And the word ita, it's upapada vibhakti, ita yogecha. Because ita, the word governs in chaturthi vibhakti. Therefore, hita yogecha, it is hita yoge. It's a upapada vibhakti. It's a not a sutram, it's a vartikam. Hita yogecha. So all these are different forms of chaturthi vibhakti. Karaka vibhakti, understand clearly, distinctly what it is. And other than karaka vibhaktis, they could be upapada vibhaktis. They could be upapada vibhaktis or the vibhaktis which are the other than even upapada vibhakti. Those are assigned chaturthi vibhakti, not because of any upapada. Like krud dhatu, we say krud dhatu, when the dhatu has that sense, it takes the chaturthi vibhakti. Or tumartat bhavachanat, when tumun artha is there, then it is governs chaturthi vibhakti. Tum artha is there, but there is no padam is there. This is not a karaka vibhakti, this is not upapada vibhakti. Yagaya yati, when we say, he goes for performing the yaga. Yashtum, the meaning is that he goes to offer, to perform the sacrifice. Yashtum yati, that meaning is there, therefore chaturthi vibhakti, yagaya. So tuman artha bhavavacha, when tuman artha is there, then it takes the chaturthi vibhakti. Takes chaturthi vibhakti. Therefore, Here there is no upapada. Therefore, you cannot say it as upapada vibhakti. That is why I said non-karaka vibhakti. It is not a karaka vibhakti. So karaka vibhakti, upapada vibhakti, then other than upapada vibhakti. Upapada vibhakti, what are the examples? Namaha, swasti, etc. Those are the good examples for upapada. When the word namaha, swasti, swaha, swada, all these are words distinctly present, then it will govern chaturthi vibhakti. Okay. With this, chaturthi vibhakti is done. We can talk little more on that, but no time. So we have to complete the topic. So this much is enough. Okay, for chaturthi. Then comes panchami. Panchami karaka is apadane panchami. Apadane panchami. That is karaka signa. Dhruvam apaye apadanam. Very important sutra. Dhruvam apaye apadanam. It is the karaka sutram. Then in other senses also the panchami vibhakti is assigned. A lot of the context are given here. So we will see panchami vibhakti in the next class. It's a very little, no, this is elaborate. This much is required or not, I don't know. But anyway, so panchami and then saptami. Shashti vibhakti is not a karaka. So with this panchami and saptami, karaka would be over. Maybe another 2-3 classes. Then samasa little, I'll explain what it is. Samasa is a big topic, but we will just explain a simple samasa with some examples. And did you watch the 3 classes? So what is a samasa, the definition of samasa, and different types of samasa, and the sanya upasarjanam. Please see, if you have not watched the class, you just see and try to understand the technical terms, upasarjanam, etc. So with that, I will explain 2 or 3 sutras. Then we will wind up. Okay.
Okay, ji.
Further, you will study in MA Sanskrit. Okay, so we'll stop here. Okay, because you don't have the internet connection, that's why I keep on talking. I didn't ask whether you understood or not. I assume that you understand. If you have questions, you please ask. Any doubts, questions?
No, ji.
Yes or no?
No doubt, ji. But when we do the examples, which is in the Samskrita Bharati Karaka book, that is very easy. But these theory and these sutras are somewhat difficult to understand.
I didn't get you again. Your voice is not clear. Again. Say it again.
Ji, shall I text you or is my voice?
Tell me. Okay.
While doing the exercise given in the Karaka book of Samskrita Bharati, it is easy to recognize which Karaka it is, and we can able to apply the rules, everything. But while learning these theories, it is bit complicated to understand.
While learning this, the same thing what is in Karaka, that Samskrita Bharat, that alone it is here.
Yes, these theories and all.
Not theory. This Samskrita Bharati, have you read the Karaka book completely?
Yes, the sutras and the explanations are same, but merely we can understand the example and we can do the exercise. But
have you read the Chaturthi Bhakti?
Yes.
This is the Samskrita Bharati. This is the same thing only. It is there in the shortened form. Samskrita Bharati, what is there in Samskrita Bharati book? The same thing in a shortened form. Karmana yam abhipraiti saga sampradhanam. We saw that Pita Putraya Palam Dadati. And Kriyaya yam abhipraiti saga sampradhanam. This also we saw. Akarma kriya uddeshyamapi sampradana sangyam syatiti partikasya arthaha raja yuddhaya sannakhyate. Anyway, the same thing what is there, it is there only in the file also. Ruchyarthanam priyamanaha, the ruch dhatu. So if you find Samskrita Bharati is elaborately given, you don't have time to go through this. That is why it is condensed in this sheet. It is an English translation is given.
Yes, ji. Noted.
The same thing. You just see, but not elaborated. Not elaborated. Samskrita Bharati may would have elaborated each, but or maybe more examples you would have given. Hmm?
Even the theory given in that book also complicated. I'm just saying
No,
the exercises are easy too, but the theories are bit complicated.
little complicated means this Chaturthi Vibhakti is like that. Maybe the first three Vibhaktis, Karta, Karma, and Karana. Karta, Karma, and Karana, it is simple. In fact, Chaturthi Vibhakti, other things I should have cut down. I should not have said, but I told everything, whatever is there in the PDF file. I taught everything. Because all these things are covered in the Karaka Vibhakti. So the entire Karaka is condensed in that form. It's in a condensed format, that's all. Not elaborated much. What it is, a sutra is a simple English translation and one example. So not elaborated. Want elaborate, then we have to study Samskrita Bharati book. That would definitely take time. We have to read line by line, word by word we have to read. Then we have to interpret. We have to understand what it is. So that takes time. Definitely it will take time. We don't have time. So
Yes,
just an introduction to the Karaka, different types of Karaka, different sutras, Karaka Vibhakti, Upada Vibhakti. That's all. Sutra, Vartika, then example, one example. Okay. If you have time, then tell me, we can do. But we don't have
yes.
time. So, little complicated, which is complicated, which one complicated, you have to tell. Okay. Is it Chaturthi Bhakti is complicated or the whole Karaka itself is complicated?
No, ji. Only the Chaturthi Vibhakti, especially the theory is complicated.
That is how it is.
I mean that.
Okay, then we can, next class, we can read from the Samskrita Bharati book, what he has said, and then you try to connect with the document. But it would take time, okay. Well, another
Okay.
2 more class. Okay, so we will read this from the Samskrita Bharati. Okay, we'll stop here. Om Purnamadah Purnavidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Did you go through this book? Did you read it? Read it? Understand?
Skipped many explanations, ji, but did the exercises. Ji.
Exercise where it is?
Ji, after each explanation, they have given some examples. Ji.
In the here itself you are telling. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That same example only in the PDF file also. All these are examples are taken from the by me, I think. Stock example only. Okay. We will see. We will read this in the next class.
Yes. Ji.
Then you compare with the document. Then you will understand the document probably better. If you find the document difficult, after reading this, you compare the sutras or the vartikas which are listed in the document. Okay. You will do that.
Sorry, Ji, I didn't mean that the PDF, the document is complicated and the Samskrita Bharati book is easy.
No, I
not
understand. It's not. It is more examples probably will make, or more time we denote for each. That would make it clear. But we didn't, devote much time. I rushed up because we don't have time. Like Sandhi Prakarana and all, we didn't spend too much time on that. We have to complete.
Yes, Ji, I can understand.
We don't have time. That's why I just went through the document and explained what it is. You will get some idea, and later you have to develop on the idea. Either you have to study on that, or you have to deal with that in the class elaborately. That is,
Yes.
that is always you have to do it. Here we don't have. As I told in the Karaka section, in my online class, it is going to be dealt with elaborately, but it would take time. That is why only 4 classes I have done. And the Prathama Vibhakti itself, doing it elaborately with the Siddhanta Kaumadi and other commentaries. So that would take time. We don't have that much time. And I have to complete in another week's time. Okay, so we stop here. See you tomorrow.
ధన్యవాదాలు జీ.
Dhanyawadaha. But have your internet connection, everything proper ready, so that we can discuss in the class. Otherwise, if
Yes.
you are in mute, how will I know that you understand, or how will I clarify your doubts? Huh? Whether you understand or only you know. How do I know? Generally, it is yes, whether you understand. It is an interactive session. So please find out the proper place or lab, whatever it may be, for the class. With your the what do you call? There's a data. The data and all will not work.
Yes ji, mobile data won't
Mobile
work.
data will not work. So
Yes ji.
okay. Anyway, धन्यवाद. We'll see you tomorrow.
ధన్యవాదాలు జీ. ధన్యవాదాలు.